guess it's about the degree of scare. And I think obviously for horror you have to get that higher thing, but I think it's about, human beings and how they interact, no matter what genre you're doing.
My opinion is that every movie is different, no matter if it's horror or not. If you think at the soundtrack in terms of theme or something that people has in mind when they leave the movie theater, I think it's the same for any kind of movie. You have just to do things according to what the director wants to do.
In every film score, you're really a dramatist. As much as you're a composer, your job is to deal with the drama, whether it's making somebody laugh or making somebody scream. So on that level, all pictures are sort of the same. In a horror film, there are extra layers of things that change. First of all, in many cases, all things are off. All rules are kind of let loose. With a horror film, the world is your oyster. You can pretty much do whatever you want. As dissonant as you want to get, as push instruments to their edges of their ranges, bring in sounds that aren't even musical. But at the same time, you're always still trying to deal with the drama, manipulate the audience.
It's a matter of musical illustration a lot of the time to those things that we don't necessarily see, but we need to feel. And to understand that, you've got to dissect it and understand it clearly. I'll sometimes view a film in 3, 4, 5, up to 10 times sometimes without even thinking about music. I just want to understand it intellectually. I want to understand the characters, how the characters are affecting certain scenes, how those scenes are affecting the characters. Once I understand that, I treat it like a puzzle, like a three-dimensional puzzle. And that puzzle is a matter of seeing how to link those characters, which eventually become themes or sub-themes, how to link them to what you're seeing on the screen, and those sorts of ingredients. Then ultimately, once you've done all of that, you have visually in front of you, what I do, you have visually a map. So once you're in the midst of scoring and you're going 100 miles an hour, if you always can check back and say, am I on the right course?
I draw from life's experience. I've been through some pretty dark things, in my life, and I try and think about what exactly somebody might be feeling and what may be happening inside their head during a given moment, especially in horror films. There's trauma, there's fear for your life. Those are not particularly pleasant ideas or concepts to ruminate on, but I've definitely spent some time there. I do know that, like, when I did Devil's Rejects, I went into a pretty dark place for a couple of months and kind of needed a little kick in the ass to get out of it. But I think it was necessary for me to create what that score is. I mean, it's pretty tough listen.